Welcome back. It's Dark Purple Podcast, episode 2.0. We're here with Chuk, Hunchochuk, and the newest member to the podcast, Tipsy. So
Tipsy is joining us. Yes.
Welcome too. He's been on the radio before. He did a lot of radio broadcasting for sports and TCB, the famous college D3 baseball team, and he's really what put us on the map, out there representing, really talking us up. Even though our gameplay sucked, he should have heard him over the radio. We were the best team in college baseball over the radio. It was a phenomenal job by him. So this is Purple Fox with the introduction. You can find me on Twitch at PRPLxFox, Twitter, YouTube, possibly a future TikToker, ? Haven't figured that one out yet. So I'm going to pass it over to Chuk. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We're out here. We're recording the second episode. We got Tipsy on the line this time. I'm doing good out here. And you can catch me at Hunchochuk on all social medias. Tipsy, how are you, bud?
I'm good. I'm living. Been away for a little bit, but I'm back.
You're back. You
Kid's
are
back.
he hasn't been gaming with us for like
the boys are buzzing.
2 months. Like, what is
back.
that?
Just dealing with work. Got a little anxiety disorder, so had to figure that shit out. But now we're back.
Not a big deal.
Boys are buzzing.
Boys are buzzing.
Hey, you can find me on social media, Garrett_England on everything.
On everything. Go check him out. Go give him a follow. He's part of the community. But Garrett, so let's hear about your gaming experience. Like, what got you into gaming?
Me and Chuk, we lived together for 2 years.
Yeah.
So we always game together. Used to play COD Zombies for like 8 hours at a time.
Hours on hours.
Bro, it's so bad. My eyes hurt so bad. But so me and Chuk, we've been gaming for a while, and then when Fox finally got his Xbox, we brought Fox onto the scene, and that's about the end of it. We started with Fortnite, just like Tanner said last week. Fox really met us to the entire team. All I want to do is build. Everyone's building. We're shooting at its own teammates. We'll see me and Tanner.
Look, I'm just saying I panicked in my defense. Alright?
You panicked with the dude, like, crawling on the ground. How does that make a man panic?
Well, you had an intimidating face.
Oh, did I? I don't even think there were skins at that point. I think I was like the default blonde.
There's no skins. You were the Tifu skin.
Like,
no comment.
How does that scare you?
I plead the fifth.
Fair,
oh, man.
Fair.
I will not incriminate myself.
We all started streaming a little bit, and Fox was the one that really took it seriously out of the three of us, and started building the community, and now we're here making podcasts, doing shit we never thought we'd do before.
Yeah, it's been a phenomenal ride so far. It started back, like we said last week, with the brief history. If you haven't checked out episode 1.2, check out the brief history of PRPL. And that'll give you a little bit more background about where PRPL came from. And if you have listened to it, you know that we play a lot of Fortnite. So
thanks for listening, by the way.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate everyone that has listened and tuning in now. Hope you guys enjoy this one. But can we take it away with a little bit of fork knife?
So we're talking about Fortnite already and how it basically brought us together to start PRPL. So Chapter 2 just started. I shouldn't say just started, but came out, and it's been going on for quite some time. How long has it been now? I have no idea.
I don't even know. I played it like 3 times and just kind of quit playing it because it kind of...
But it's been forever.
Chapter 2 was a little bit late at the beginning, but there's still no movement.
Well, they just added launch pads back.
Oh, I did see that.
I know that could be fun.
I played like 5 games, and I didn't see anybody till the last 10 people.
Yeah, it's something else. I heard this new update that's coming out. The first teaser just got dropped today for season 2 of chapter 2. But anyways, I hope this new chapter brings back like an old life in Fortnite. I really do.
Do you think it's going
grinding.
to?
I'm hoping it does. I want to grind Fortnite again. I itch, people. I itch to play Fortnite.
I mean, I wish they would bring something back, and I hope they make it like it was. But in all reality, I think that they're making the game to the next generation. The people that are starting to play Fortnite, people like us that are becoming the adults that were younger at the time that started playing it, and now people that we're getting older. I personally I don't see it like that. I see that they're going to appeal to the younger crowd because then they're going to play it for years to come.
I see that too, but then you also got the streamers like Ninja and everybody that really promote Fortnite. They're going to appeal to them as well. And Ninja even came out and said that like he has high hopes for this new chapter, and he usually gets with Fortnite and talks to them.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I think that a lot of their problems with the last couple, almost the last couple of years they've been catering to the community too much almost. I think their streamers are the most important things. Those guys know the ins and outs of the games, and I think that they should have taken a lot more of their concerns into
100%, and they're the ones that play competitively and for a living. They play that game in and out every day, 8 hours. Just that's their day.
Like the next really kind of enjoy the streams.
I think we're losing Garrett, but we're gonna pick it up with Chuck here. Like I think Garrett was trying to say is like these big streamers, Tfue, Ninja, Tim, like they were making the comments. I mean, like I gotta go back to season 10. Well, we grinded season 9 and we got to season 10, and the mechs were stuck in that season for the whole damn season.
Yeah, but that was Fortnite trying to let the people that suck that can't get wins to get wins, and they got rid of those for the bots in this new chapter. So,
but that's the thing. Better. Like it just, it's I get the whole appeal to the community, and you have to, as a video game developers, you have to obviously put in the community because the community is the one that are playing it, right? But I don't know. To this chapter 2, it just to me. I don't know. I don't have that same. It feels mojo about it.
I agree. All right, let me ask you this: if you could go back to any season of Fortnite, which season would you choose?
I don't know, dude. Probably season 9 where we fucking grinded.
Season 9, really?
Yeah. Season 9.
Back to the good old combat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I would have said like season 3.
I'd say 4 or 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it wasn't for 9, I'd say 5 probably. Season 5.
Which one was 5?
I think season 5 is where which battle pass? I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to like remember which battle pass is. I want to go back to the one where Drift was the.
Oh yeah.
I think that was season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe season 4.
Yeah. I think Drift was season 4. Yeah.
Whichever one Drift was the Battle Pass skin. That's the one I want to go back to. That was a fun season.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Or Double Pumps. Take me back to Double Pumps. I'll be happy with that too.
Yeah. So I think talking about the competitive scene a little bit. What's the competitive scene like, Chuck, in the Fortnite scene now? Yeah.
From what I'm seeing, it's not much. I mean, the last major event that Fortnite held was the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, there was Twitch Rivals and the Streamer Bowl for the Super Bowl where they played Fortnite, but that wasn't Fortnite setting that up. That was Twitch. So
yeah, they haven't done a whole lot.
Yeah, Fortnite, the last major thing they've done is the World Cup, and that was, July last year?
Yeah, they've kind of fallen off the map. I mean, I know they've had a lot of like practice events and practice qualifiers and stuff, but they haven't really set up anything major. It's like Tanner said, since the World Cup, which is almost outrageous.
Outrageous for such a game that took off in a competitive scene, and there hasn't been a major competitive event for it set up by them since then.
Well, the question that I have is, so talking about the more competitive side of things, is like the esports aspect to it. Like, do you think that the esports in Fortnite will last long through? Like, it's been a year, 2 years now, it's been about 2 years, right, since Fortnite kind of started getting hit the competitive scene.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, do you think that? I mean, like, they put on these giant events. I mean, that was huge.
Sold out a football stadium.
So the thing is, though, do you think that are they able to do these multiple events throughout a year because they're so large?
Yeah. I would say that their streamers have such a large platform that they can pretty much do anything they want. I mean, you have guys like Ninja and Courage, any of those big name guys, Tim the Tap Man. I mean, they have such a huge following that I think if you put all those guys on a stage and play them 1v99, anybody's going to show up to watch that all the time.
So I have
into gaming, but anyways, like that is a great point. It's just like paying to watch people play sports. We watch football every week. My favorite time for Fortnite and watching events was the Friday Fortnite.
Oh, I love Friday Fortnights.
Yeah, and that was every week.
Yeah,
and
I don't know why they got rid of those. It's crazy to me. When you guys, like when Ninja, whoever Ninja plays with is going to be huge. But he's played events with like Marshmallow. I mean, he's done crazy stuff.
Yeah. It was, and I watched every week. That was fun to watch for me.
Agreed.
I got home from work. It was the summer I lived in Pittsburgh. I got home from work on Fridays, and I'd start watching it.
And well, that's a cool thing too, is they added it into the game itself to watch it, which I don't think in any other game, like Siege, for instance. I don't think you can just get on Siege and watch it within the game itself. You would have to go to Twitch or stream it somewhere.
Not even, you can't even do that in COD. I mean, you have to stream it or go on Reddit and find a link or something like that.
Yeah.
So the ability for them to, be able to watch it while you're actually in the game is something that I think they should have taken off with. And I don't know.
Yeah, way different level. No, did they do that for like the World Cup? I don't remember. Did they do that for the World Cup?
I think they did.
Okay.
So, the World Cup, yes. If you got into a game of Fortnite, it allowed you to like put a little small screen somewhere else on your screen where it just kept a live feed from Fortnite's Twitch up in the game of Fortnite, so you could watch.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, so like, what other game can do that or has ever done that? None. I mean, they've just made some really bad decisions that have really pushed away some of the OG gamers that don't even really want to touch it anymore, which is part of the reason. Like Tfue left for like a month. He quit streaming entirely because they wouldn't listen to anything he had to say.
Yeah, and Fortnite just drives everything in video games right now. Like, everybody still plays it, even though it's not nearly as good as what it was.
But the thing is, though, so like I said, I think I disagree with you, Chuck. And the reason why I say that is, again, I might be on a biased side of things, where I think we'll talk about it here in a little bit, but I think Siege is on a whole other fucking level when it comes to competitive play. And not just because, sure, I play the game, but like I've seen the competitive side of Fortnite. I've tried to play in the competitive side of Fortnite, and dude, the thing that gets me is that Fortnite in other countries, in these large streamers, you don't have large streamers in other countries for Fortnite. Like, I'm sure there are, don't get me wrong, but there's no big streamers that are coming to the World Cup that are from another country. They're from the United States. They're from America.
I mean, what big Ninja didn't even make the World Cup.
What?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of big streamers even made the World Cup.
Yeah, Tfue made the World Cup. Cloaksy didn't, but Tfue might have been the only big streamer.
I would say that a lot of the big streamers that are from different nationalities. They're all guys that are like their families brought them over here. Like Fortnite has a lot of Chinese and Korean players,
sure,
but they're all born in America. They're not, or they were brought here at a young age. They aren't like from, like.
And that's what I'm trying to say is like within the community, I know a couple people are from across the pond, and none of them. I don't know any of them that like Fortnite. Now, again, I'm not. There might just be a small group that's been a part of with us, or I'm sure there's people out there. I'm sure there's larger streamers. I'm sure there's great Fortnite players, legendary Fortnite players that are out there not from the United States. But I think 90% of the fan base, even, and the top players in Fortnite are from the United States. And that's where I think it limits itself, because it's so big here, we get blinded by it. I think that I really think that Fortnite has come to a plateau, and I don't know if it's going to go anywhere without some really major changes.
And that's what I'm hoping this new season is about here. I think it comes out in 3 days, the 20th.
Oh, really?
Don't quote me on that, but that's when I think it comes out, yes. But I do agree. I do agree to an extent. I think Fortnite's still probably one of the biggest games out there, even
not denying that at all.
Even across the pond, I guarantee they're still making their money off of a free game from everybody across the world.
Yeah, I'm not denying that at all.
I will give you, Siege has had an uprising.
Yeah, I would agree. They're probably one of the bigger up-and-coming esports games right now. I mean, Overwatch it tried to take it off, but then, Overwatch kind of died out, and Siege kind of took its place, and it's really, it's booming everywhere now. I mean, it's ridiculous, the rise it has.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I've been playing it more, and I'm biased in that sense where I'm paying attention to the esports side of things, or if I'm actually one of the bandwagoners that's coming along with the growth that's coming with it, I don't know where I lie, at least, but I just know that it's growing exponentially.
So, when it came out, it was big. It took the community by storm. Mm-hmm. And then Fortnite came out, and it kind of made Siege dive. And then Fortnite took a hit, and then Siege is uprising again. So I honestly think Siege and Fortnite are the two top competitors right now when it comes to competitive gameplay.
I agree 100%.
COD's big too, but COD isn't like... I don't see COD as much as I do...
I would say, COD had its day, just like, kind of Siege had its day at the beginning, and COD used to be huge. It used to be like the only esport that you could even play in.
For money.
And now, they've kind of taken a huge fall backwards. I mean, I know they're trying to start their league and trying to get that really big again on the world stage, but it doesn't seem like it's taken off nearly as much as Siege has.
Not by any means. And speaking of Siege, where we're leading into is I want to talk about the Montreal 2020 International that just occurred over last weekend, the Rainbowsix Siege Invitational. I want to start with this. There's the operator tickets to get into the game, or to the event. Tickets are $135.
Oh yeah, they're expensive. I just looked it up before. They're really expensive. And the legendary passes that were even more expensive than that are already sold out.
Yeah, I was looking at it right now. Well, this was in Montreal.
Right? Is it a stadium? Was it like?
So it's
seats are 100.
It says it's in an arena.
Yeah. So it's like a I'm guessing more of like a basketball arena or something like that, or something.
Oh, it could be a hockey arena, probably.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and so the elite passes are sold out. The operator pass was $135, and just to really cut to the chase here, Space Station won. They won over TSM. Two great teams. I wasn't able to watch the full match. I watched a couple rounds, but Space Station's winnings was $3 million.
And you said like 4 if you count the 1 million and one in the semis, like you said before.
So in Space Station, they were in the semis and they played Ninjas in Pajamas to get to the finals. And so big shout out to Space Station because they're the first North American team to win the tournament since the debut in 2018. It's been like I said, I've been trying to get into the ESL for Siege, and it is run by European EU teams, Penta, G2. They are the teams to beat, and
G2 is nasty.
I love G2. I watched their clips on YouTube, their channel. Same with Penta and Rogue's another foreign team. I'm not sure where Rogue's from though. I can't remember.
Yeah, I would definitely say the European stage is huge for Rainbow Six, which makes their events like they can sell out whatever they want because of that European flair. Like you said, Fortnite doesn't really have that as much, but definitely Siege definitely has that European descent more like. And I think that also comes with like, some of the operators as well, because their operators are from all over the world, the way they set them up, which I think helps because people want to play with, if you're European, you want to play with
British Thatcher or Sledge or someone like that,
Yeah. And one thing off topic and off the esports, but Siege, I miss the operator videos.
Oh, terribly.
So do I.
If anyone's out there from Ubisoft, please bring back the operator videos. Like, if there's anything you change, like you got reworks to maps, this and that, bring the videos back.
Yeah. The gameplay's fine. Bring back the videos.
Yeah.
Those were fun to watch.
I can deal with the hitboxes and stuff not working. Just bring back the videos.
As long as we have the videos.
Yeah.
So I
would say that has to be somewhere they go. Because you look at Apex, you look at Fortnite, they're all dropping these like incredible teasers. Like you said, the Apex teaser was absolutely ridiculous.
Bro,
even though they kind of oversold the character a little bit. But, it was still pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I would say Rainbow has to bring back those videos. They're just too good.
I really hope. I don't know why they ever stopped. I didn't play early enough to know when they stopped. I just know I'm buying the operators, collecting them as I've been playing, that they stopped. I do wonder why that Ubisoft decided to stop developing these videos. Like they're short clips, sure, but like
yeah,
I don't know if they just didn't want to put the time in, but they're for all the original characters, and I think the first set of operators. And if it's not the first set of operators, then it is just the original characters.
I think it's just the original characters.
So the first ones were what? Frost.
Frost was in there.
Buck.
Frost. There was a Valkyrie and Blackbeard.
I don't know who was first, but it's
one of those two.
I think Frost and Buck were the very first ones you could get.
And then one of them dropped second. I believe those were the first two anyways. But, so I don't know if those four have them, and if they don't, then it is only the original set of operators.
Yeah, I don't think they have them. I'm pretty sure it's just the original set of operators.
It's too bad that they...
I used to just watch them for no reason. Like, I would literally log into the game and just watch them all.
Well,
that's because they're badass.
I'd like be waiting in a lobby, and then I'd go watch them, see what's up.
But anyways, bad.
Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah.
But anyways, and they taught you what your character did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
So it gave you an aspect of a different view of it than what you might have been thinking.
I will say that they have done a good job of dropping those little gameplay trailers that kind of show you what the operator does, and but I still would much rather have the videos.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Talking about
I would much rather just have the videos.
Talking about the new operators and stuff, them dropping videos. The new update coming for Operation Void Edge. They're dropping 2 new operators. Yana, I think, is one, in Onyx.
Yeah, that and Onyx.
Yes. Right? So here, I have it. I pulled it up real quick. So just a quick detail on Ana and Onyx. Ana,
the attacker.
Yana is the attacker, and her primaries are an ARX 200 and the G36C, the one that Ash runs. And then she's got the MK1 9mm, which is Buck's gun, the Buck pistol, with a frag and smokes.
She's loaded.
Yeah, she got frag grenades, and then she has smoke, so she's kitted there. And then she's a armor 2 and 2 speed. And then she has her little hologram. What do you guys think of her hologram?
I think the hologram's sweet. I think it's nice that you can, before... Tanner, who's the character you play as that has an alibi?
Alibi.
Yeah, so Alibi has kind of the same thing, only alibis are all stationary.
Yep.
Which is, they're okay. I've been fooled by them before. I'm sure everybody has. But, Yanni, hers... You can run around with it, you can move with it, you can collect intel with it. It doesn't shoot or anything, which it shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
It's sweet that it can literally run around. It's almost like a take on Mirage, kind of. But even Mirages can't run around and do normal things that the player would. So I think it's sweet that they added that flair to it to make it original.
I haven't seen any of the trailers or what you're talking about, so this is interesting to me. But that's a great analogy to the Mirage, Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's the thing is so for your sake, Chuck, I've watched the videos that they show her, and basically the way that they're trying to set her up, I'm sure that there'll be twists and changes to what the actual meta is beside
Right.
when playing her, but is to use her as like the initial entry fragger. So you know how people will start, the round will start, and then they'll drone if they're all gonna push. So say you're gonna make a push into bedrooms on Oregon, and you want to go through the double window. Well, you're going to drone that out first, and then you're going to have 3 people rush in if you want to make that rush or that push. Well, what they're saying is you break that window, you throw her, you can take her hologram and basically make that push with her and find
out where everybody is. Yeah.
Find out where everyone's at, and also find out what kind of defense they're playing. Because if they're set up for that defense, when you go in there, then you can make the adjustments like that, right? And you don't have to worry about time, because obviously time's such a important thing. Yeah, you'll be so that's like the meta that I think that Ubisoft is trying to imply with how she's going to be used. I think she's going to be used completely differently when the game starts to adapt to her.
So it's an attacker with a hologram that sends out intel.
Correct. So like you drone it. It's basically it's a hologram drone. So you
that just sounds
are in control.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's gonna have to get a buff. And the guns that she had or he. I don't know.
It's a she. It's a she. Well, the G36C is a phenomenal gun. I mean, Ash has it.
I run Ash just for the gun.
Yeah. No, the ARX200. I'm trying to. Does anyone run that? Do we know? I'm trying to think.
You know what?
And if anyone runs the ARX200.
I don't think anybody has the ARX200.
Because I'm looking at it right now, and it looks BA, bro.
The only gun that I can think of...
An AR?
No, it's an AR. Yeah. The only gun I can think it even looks like is... I just lost his name. Fox, who's the guy I always play as?
Mozzie?
No, not Mozzie. Other one.
On attacker or defense?
Attacker.
Oh, God.
Yeah, who do you play as?
Like, I refer to you as Mozzie.
He's purple?
Yeah, it's purple.
Sledge.
No, not
Thatcher.
Sledge.
No,
Thatcher. Yeah, Thatcher.
Yeah, Thatcher.
It looks like Thatcher's gun, but it's not. It's not. He doesn't run the ARX200. So
I don't know. Maybe
I think it is a new gun. I think it is.
So
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so
I might have to play some Siege, Fox.
Yeah, so moving from there, we have the new defender, Oryx. He was rocking the Spaz 12, and then the MP5. Which now I was looking through Reddit, and I don't know if this was just a mistake that they made in the test servers, but they labeled the MP5 as an assault rifle. Now I don't know if that has something to do with it being buffed. And being the only gun that has basically an ACOG on it when you're a defender. So just kind of curious there. I don't know if that was just a mistake. And then his secondary is the Bailiff 410. So that's Maestro's sidearm, the handgun shotgun, and then the USP 40, which I can't remember who has that. And
that's then just an average pistol in general.
Yeah, and then the barbed wire and a bulletproof camera, has 2 armor and 2 speed, and so his ability basically is that he's a defender that can charge through walls. So he has like a little boost that he'll run into a wall.
Man.
Yeah, he's a Kool-Aid man. Yeah, that's good analogy.
He's the Middle Eastern Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, and so another passive attribute to him is that he's able to jump hatches. So he can
jump hatches.
So he can jump over them. Yeah.
So we're in Oregon and we're in the basement. Before there's a rework of Oregon, which we can discuss too as well if we want. Is the hatches that there are downstairs in the basement of Oregon now, Chuck?
Mm-hmm.
So if they're shot out. So this is a big thing too with his sidearm. He's got that little shotgun. You could shoot out all these hatches, and he can jump hatches. So he jumps up and hangs on. And if you want to drop, you drop. If you want to climb up, you climb up.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So
that's
basically, like I read a little bit about the meta they're trying to push on him, and he's basically supposed to be used for being able to like jump through rotations. So if a team they open a hatch and they're going to rotate to another spot and try to push it, he can jump up through that hatch and get behind them. And the other thing is he can like run through rotations, so he can just run through a wall and just be right there and just absolutely destroy anyone with that Spaz 12, because that thing absolutely smokes.
Yeah, and the nice thing, I think, another thing that I think that they kind of imply, because I watched the trailer as well with him, is that his charge for Montanes, for instance, or someone with a shield, basically it knocks them on their ass. And they lose their shield, and then you blast them with the Spaz.
So, is that through a wall, though, or could I just Kool-Aid
you can do it
in front of me?
You can Kool-Aid man a Montane.
Yeah.
Okay, so
but you can also do it through a wall. So, like, say another person's sitting on the other side of the wall, and you blow through it at a certain radius, you actually make that person fall, and they like become. It's like hitting one of Ella's goose mines.
Yeah, they're like disoriented.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so, he can pull out his Spaz. There's a delay between when he runs through the wall and then pulls out his weapon, but it's short enough that they're on the ground still.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely think that they did a really good job with these two operators. Another thing I wanted to say is I think it's really sweet, and it's a pretty cool feature that they've done. Every time they unlock like new operators and they're with a certain branch of the military of that country, I do like the fact that they keep those guns like relative to what they would actually use in that area of the world. And it's not like, for instance, Yanni has this crazy gun that is totally on the other side of the world, and then the Oryx guy has one that's just from the Middle East. Like, I think it's sweet that they always keep it consistent with all their operators they release for every nationality.
I agree too. I think I think it was you that said that's where the international part of Siege comes together with the esports you mentioned. So like, that's what it draws people. Like, they want to watch their team because they see their operator who's part of their country and running what these people know. It's just and there's
not really a whole lot of like United States nationalities within the game. I mean, I think the FBI agent is in one, but other than that, there's not a whole lot that are.
I think Ash and Thermite are FBI.
Ash and Thermite are.
And then Blackbeard
and
Pulse.
Blackbeard, Valkyrie, Pulse, and Castle.
It's mostly like the original characters, but they've really branched out to like they have Australians with Mozzie. They have Russians. They have everything. Mm-hmm. I think it's been sweet that they've really branched out, other than just keeping it as like, oh, here's some guys from the FBI and here's some guys from the Army, and it's been sweet to watch them branch out to a different form of nationalities, military every single season.
Agreed. I'm curious to know, because their goal is to have 100 operators, so 50 attackers, 50 defenders. I'm curious to know, are they going to branch out into... So, like, Yana is Swedish. I think they're Swedish.
Yeah, so she's Swedish, and the other one, Oryx, is from the Middle East. He's from, like, I don't want to say it's Iran, but it might be Iran or Saudi Arabia or something like that. Mm-hmm. This is, like, the first time they've really released two operators from totally different countries. Yep. In the same season, which I think is interesting, because they're going to have to do that at some point, because they're going to run out of, nationalities. Mm-hmm. But I think that is a cool twist they put on it, because a lot of times it's just like from the same exact military branch every single time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so moving off the operators a little bit, just to kind of wrap up maybe the Siege topic here, is there's a map rework of Oregon and a map rework of House, one of the original maps. And I watched a little bit about it. The reason why they're trying to remap House is to bring the map back and have this more diverse. So House is larger now. They've added parts to House. It's not just this straightforward like breaching house like you would like it was.
Which we talked about. That construction's been going on for like 2.5 years. So
and that's Oregon as well. They added different corridors. So then these choke points that have been. I mean, Oregon hasn't been changed since it came out, and they were saying like there was nothing wrong with Oregon before. It just everything has been figured out, and so adding this change to it allows for players to play the same flavor of map, the same map, but then still be able to now learn, what's different within.
Right. It's a new map, essentially.
Yeah.
They get to learn new peaks.
Yep.
They get to learn new strats. So it's also, like you said, the concept of an old map, which,
I would agree that Siege,
cool. It's a concept.
Siege, again, that's one of the things that they've really done a really good job with is their maps. They haven't gone crazy like Apex or Fortnite and released totally new maps with all these different locations. Like, they've kept it really consistent, and they just kind of change up the choke points and change up defensive points, which is sweet because it's the same old map, but it gets played totally differently within, 3 or 4 months, which is great. It keeps it fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So just to name some minor changes that they're also making within this next season is barricade debris, the consistency behind it, attackers' drone spawns. The player hub will also be changing. There'll be changes to Legion and Twitch. We'll get a nice Ash Elite skin. There's a little preview. I'll put the Ubisoft link down below, so if anybody's interested in checking out it more and reading about it, you guys will have it there. I'm really excited to see these changes. There's a whole boatload of different changes that they're adding to operators, this and that. There's castle changing, Frost, Goyo, IQ, Legion, Twitch, Warden, DMRs, the Vector's getting a boost. There's a lot coming from Siege in this next season.
Now, when does this season start? When do the operators come out?
March 2020. They didn't release a day, just a month.
Yeah, so I think March 16th and March 17th was what I saw, but I don't think those were official dates.
Yeah, they usually do release it middle of the month. I think that's pretty consistent with all releases.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually the seasons last 4 or 5 months, 3 or 4 months, and then they usually release a new one like the third or fourth month in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I said, I think it's coming out sometime, hopefully next month. I know I haven't been around long enough, but I've heard that Ubisoft is pretty notorious for saying it's going to come out and dropping the spoilers, and then it doesn't come out until later, a lot later.
Yeah, I mean, think about how long we waited for that last season. It said it was going to come out, and then it was almost an entire month before it actually dropped on Xbox, because they ran it on PC first.
Yeah. And so in Siege right now, I think since the Invitational and the updates have come out for Void's Edge, the Operation Void Edge, it's really got people excited. But one thing that I know the boys have been excited about is the new Apex season. So let's just start with, what do we think of Revenant?
So I ran Revenant. Like Garrett said, the trailer hyped this man up, and I wanted to try him out. I wanted him to be good, but the only thing I found useful was his silencer.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've played against guys, and on Xbox, PS4, whatever. I've played against guys that are absolutely disgusting with him and are really good with it. But the totem thing doesn't make any sense to me, because you're pretty much one shot, and then you come back as a one shot, which doesn't really make any sense. I mean,
fact that when you use the death totem, and then you interact with it, and then it doesn't even count your shield. You're 100 HP.
Yeah.
So you can just get fucking bopped, and then sent back with 1 HP, but you have the shield. It's just, I don't know.
I mean, his silence is sweet, and the ability to be able to crouch walk faster and more silent and climb higher.
Nobody ever really crouch walks.
Yeah, I mean, those are good abilities to have.
Yeah,
if the game was a little bit, if the game was different, but nobody, like you said, nobody really crouch walks. It must be a sprint and slide game.
Yeah, and the climbing, there is a lot of climbing. The climbing faster and the climbing a little bit taller is nice.
But I agree. I mean, it takes, I don't want to say it takes a certain player to be good with him, but I think there's just like any other operator. Some people are good with him, some people aren't. I haven't really been able to get around to using him. He's not as good as any of the other operators, I don't think.
Nah, I don't think he is either. What do you think about him?
I think that I'm thoroughly disappointed. I had this guy was like just insanity in that video that they made. Like I wanted to play Apex again, and I was so hyped. Like I'm just disappointed. Like he's awful. He's awful.
I will say he does look sweet though.
He's awful, dude. Who cares?
Any skin though, like even the common skins with just the colors, he does look sure. But they absolutely miss the ocean with his abilities.
But the thing is, though, is like he can look scary, but this is not looking at like a skull trooper in Fortnite. You know, like I see this dude, and I'm like, the person playing this is I'm not scared. Like I'm gonna fuck this dude up is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So it's going through my head.
It's literally like seeing one of the old school common Tfue skins on Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's just go push that guy.
He's
like,
a bot.
That's the Nutcracker skin, bro. That thing. Man, I'm shaking my boots when I see one.
Mine's a Skull Trooper, bro. Still.
Yeah, the Skull Trooper still gets me, but I agree. The Nutcracker skin is.
Yeah, that thing makes me quiver. But let's get back to Apex.
Yes, tangent.
Better
sorry.
game right now.
But I tell you who I am scared of though is Gibby, because that buff they gave him is absolutely ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
I don't even know, bro.
There's nothing to even say other than respawn, fix your fucking game.
Just fix Gibby.
Yeah,
like, it's
Gibby.
not the game. It's Gibby.
Yeah, sorry, fix Gibby. Dude,
the fact that he has a 75 shield when he pulls up his scope, on top of the dome he can throw, and if you have gold armor, just forget about it. That's 275.
My blood's boiling.
I mean, the dome itself, he becomes a quick reser in it.
Yeah.
And everybody inside of it heals 25% quicker.
Yeah.
Like, his dome is OP. His fucking ult is OP.
It's really like they took the best of every single operator and just gave it to him. They're like, here you go, take it. Plus, he has the 15% defiance, so he takes 15% less damage on top of having
because he's so freaking big.
Dude, I just think that they have to change his shield because we were playing earlier. I'm telling my blood's boiling right now. I almost just want to move to the next topic, but. He had gold shield at 301, and I did not miss a shot. I cracked him, reloaded, did not miss a shot on his shield, and he killed me because he's shield. Like I never even took, like I busted the guy. Dude's shield took maybe like 20 off of his health after busting the shield, and I reloaded, and I go to shoot back at him. He's got his shield up. I put a whole clip of R99 with a purple mag. And he's not dead.
I agree. I had to shoot him with a Spitfire 5 or 6 times for him to die. I mean, it's ridiculous how much shield he has and how much it takes to down a Gibby, especially if it's somebody who's actually good at the game.
Yeah.
They're pretty much unbeatable.
Yeah. They can be. Like, it's just ridiculous how much of a buff he got.
And especially if you're playing with a Gibby and then you have a Bangalore on top of that, they can throw 2 airstrikes and cover like a football field worth of map, and you can't even get out of the bombs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think there does need to be changes
to throw up and protect you guys, and nothing happens.
I think that this is a side note, but I think we need to start running him. By the way.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if we can't beat him, I'm joining him.
Can't beat him, join him.
Yeah.
I tried running him in duos with Greg, and I just can't do it, man. He's too big, and I need Wraith.
But you've been using Caustic.
Caustic's a little different because I can throw smoke down or his gas down, and they can't come close to me.
Yeah.
But with Gibraltar, they can push me.
Yeah, even with his dome, if you can manage to get close enough to get in the dome.
Yes.
And I mean that is the advantage of being able to attack him if you can get close enough to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the big thing is I see his dome, I'm pushing immediately. I don't hesitate.
Yeah, because generally if he's going to throw up the dome, either he's getting third-partied or he's healing someone, which gives you an opportunity. But you got to hope that you catch him before he starts to heal, because if he doesn't, he's just going to sit there behind his shield with his shield up and just peek out his little dome a little bit and destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, off the legends themselves, let's talk a little bit about the map too. The map changes. Garrett, what do you think of these map changes? Like, do you like them? Do you not? Do you want Kings Canyon back?
I mean, I definitely loved Kings Canyon. I think they should have kept some of the locations. I think Harvester is the biggest thing now. Harvester and Mirage's ship, those two places. If you go there, you better be ready because you're probably gonna die. Let's be honest.
No,
I do think that they have done a decent job. I mean, their goal is to get rid of the third parties. You haven't been third party as much on this map as you were on the last map, but there's still a lot of third partying.
Yeah. I think that's part of it.
But it just wasn't executed 100% the way they wanted it to be, but I think it's okay. It's never going to be Kings Canyon, but it's alright. It's better than the last one.
Yeah. Chuck, what are you saying about PUBG, though?
PUBG, you queue into a game, and it drops you into one of their random maps. That's what they need to do in Apex. Just keep both maps, you randomly drop into one of the two maps.
I agree.
And every season, just drop a whole new map. Why do you need to make changes to the maps? Just make new maps and make them random.
Well, they're doing this similar thing that Fortnite did.
Yeah, screw that. Screw that. I'm telling them.
I think they have.
I mean, if you look at it, Fortnite's done way better than PUBG, though.
Clip this and send it to them. I am telling them what to do right now.
I think that they have done a better job than Fortnite has. I do agree with Tanner's point that I think that they should have the ability to drop you in Kings Canyon. There's no reason that map should have been taken away. But I think that if you're going to make map changes necessarily, they added probably some locations that weren't as good, or you got to add more. They pretty much just added Harvester and added the ship, and that was it.
They tore the city in two.
Yeah,
and that was a huge thing for them that they came out and said. We wanted to split up the fighting in the city, so we tore it in two to make it two separate points, which is stupid.
Which it does.
It's one separate.
I mean, it does do it, but it's the same
one.
City. You can just cross the bridge and be right there.
There's zip lines set pre-made. It's the same thing with lava in the middle.
That lava will mess you up.
If you're dumb enough to go in it.
Ask Garrett. I dropped a minute earlier.
I was trying to get my computer up. So
he's trying to get ready for this podcast.
I dropped a minute
and died.
So, is there any closing thoughts that you guys want to say about Apex, Siege, Fortnite, the gaming world? Because I think we wanted to move into basketball with the All-Star game and the dunk contest that just occurred. Just one thing, the food for thought, I guess, on video game wise is I still want to talk about the big difference between PC and Xbox, and I want to see what you guys are you guys still looking to get into PC gaming, or do you think that with the new consoles coming out, PC gaming is going to be kind of not as superior, or not the superior thing to play video games on?
I think the PC definitely is still always going to be there, especially on the competitive side of things. Just with the specs that they have are like almost unmatchable. I think that the new Xbox coming out, what is it, the Series X? I think that does have some good, almost PC-like specs that will be able to compete with it to a certain point. I have no idea what the PS5 is going to do. It'll probably be shit, but
hey, you bought the PS4.
Yeah, there's just it just goes on sale. That's the
Raider.
About it.
And but wanted the show, but then it's coming to the box.
They really screwed me over with that. But I think that PC is always going to be the competitive benchmark. I don't think Xbox is ever going to get there. I think PC is light years ahead. But I am excited for the Series X. I think it's going to be pretty good.
And going off that, the computer, the PC, you can always upgrade. Like you can go buy new parts and get better frames per second, or better memory, or whatever you need.
The Xbox, you got what you got.
You buy that. That's what you got. The only thing you can really add on to it's a fan, so it cools faster, and extra memory. You can't make it run faster.
Yeah, no, I see exactly what you're saying, and I agree on all aspects there. I think PC is going to be.
It's going to stick around. Cause
all I'm saying is, if we get on PC and we stream it, this community better not talk any shit, because it's going to take a little bit for us to get used to it. It's gonna be a totally different style of gaming.
No, I was born for mouse and keyboard.
No, you
I was
stay on it.
The 90s, I might come back to Fortnite. The 90s and edits I'll rip on people would be nutty, bro.
Yeah, I think eventually, the goal is all of us to be on PC. It might be a couple years down the road, but I think eventually we're going to make that transition. We'll eventually all be streaming to the community. But yeah, I think that's definitely down the road. That's definitely our push is to get all on PC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's my last final thoughts on the gaming world. Is there any for you guys?
Nah, I'm good on that subject.
I like the progress we've made in the past year or so. I think the community's been great, especially everybody helping out in the Discord. The Discord's changed so much in the past couple months. It's crazy.
Big shout out to my man Don. Man, he's Don's the one that put that Discord together. I don't know what the heck he does.
Yeah, we even talked to him earlier. He was literally Monday, like 7 o'clock. He's in the Discord making changes, making sure everything's right. I mean, big shout out to him.
And big shout out just the love that everyone else shows. We got a lot of content creators, not just streamers. Twitter on the people on Twitter. There's people on Twitch and Mixer and YouTube. We got a little bit of everything, and it's just phenomenal that the people that we get to be around and be a part of this community. And thank you guys, and thank you for everything that you guys have done to make this what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing we haven't done is merch. But
merch. That's down the road.
That'll be down the road.
Down the road. So let's get out of the. I'm about to cry. My heart's starting pulling the strings of my heart. But let's talk a little bit about basketball. I know Garrett and Tanner are more basketball fans than me. I have to say I did not watch the All-Star game or the dunk contest. I know what is his name? Gordon jumped over Taco Bell Falls.
He didn't quite clear him, but I mean, he is 7'4". I guarantee if he jumped over somebody who's like 7'2", he definitely.
I mean, he definitely stuck his nuts on the back of the guy's neck, but I mean, the dude is 7'4", so
yeah. They didn't even plan it ahead of time. It's crazy that he was just like, "Oh, there's Taco Fall. Let me jump over him real fast."
Yeah. I would have been impressed if he did a 360 over him.
He's just like, "Hey, you over there, the tallest man I've ever seen.
Come here,
stand over here."
Dude, what if he just like completely smashed his like whole his nuts? He just takes his nuts and smashes them off the back of the dude's like shoulders.
Doesn't even come close.
Does not even close. Like, how embarrassing do you think that'd have been?
Does he still make the dunk?
No. You don't smash your nuts off someone's shoulder and make the dunk.
He just nails him in the back, falls over. Doesn't make the dunk.
He could have happened.
No, it'd have been a fluke.
I definitely would say Aaron Gordon. I feel bad for the guy. Definitely been robbed twice. Dunk competitions. He said he's not going to compete in it anymore. I don't blame him. I mean, what else can the guy do?
Yeah, what else can he come up with?
I think he needs to do it naked. That's something that you've never seen in a dunk contest. I think
he needs to do it stripping. Like every round, something more needs to come off.
Yeah, exactly.
There go my socks.
No, I lost my socks.
Exactly.
The All-Star game was actually kind of lit this year. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I mean, it was tight. It was like 152 going down to the wire there, arguing with the officials.
Oh,
definitely way more competitive than it's been in the last couple years. Definitely probably the most competitive All-Star game I've watched on any single platform.
So the only thing I saw from the All-Star game was LeBron apparently getting Joel Embiid did the little like step back crossover, and like LeBron, like, I mean, he's not gonna play defense in the All-Star game. It's LeBron James, like, it don't matter. And it's so like they're like,
nails it was
like, yeah, it's like, oh my god, LeBron James got faded on or something, like, I don't know. Some hip hop crap, these young kids.
I mean, plus, I will say, if I'm LeBron James, I play every single game of every single season. I'm not going to play any hard defense in the All-Star.
Yeah, exactly.
He literally 100%. Plays every single game. He's not Kawhi Leonard. He doesn't take time off because he, might be a little bit tired. Like, the dude plays every single game he can. Yeah.
He grinds.
He's a freak.
He doesn't even win the MVP because it's rigged as shit.
Well, I mean, if you look at the stats, I mean, Kawhi deserved it.
Yeah, last year definitely. But I think the fact LeBron only has 3 or 4 MVPs is kind of disrespectful.
I mean, you can't just
Kobe only had 4.
Yeah, but you can't give it to
Are
the
we
same
talking
guy
All-Star
every year.
MVPs, or are we talking
overall MVP.
Okay.
Season
Not
MVP.
All-Star.
Okay.
Season MVP, he definitely should have more than 3 or 4.
Yes, agreed. 100%. He has been.
And the fact that he's never been a unanimous MVP and Steph Curry was a unanimous MVP, pretty disrespectful.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But is MVP based off of fan voting?
Yeah, it's the same thing as any other. It's just like the MLB. It's just like any other thing. It's based on votes. But I think that, as not even just as a basketball fan base, as an athletic fan base overall, I think we've kind of been spoiled by LeBron because he's been so good for going on 18 years. That people are just kind of like, oh, it's LeBron. He does this all the time.
Yeah, dude.
But
we have been absolutely spoiled with LeBron James.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Oh, I mean, with the athletes that we've had within our lifetime, I mean, maybe we sound like boomers here, but I don't know if many are going to be coming around here in the next in years to come.
And we even got to watch the older athletes. We got to watch Derek Jeter in his prime.
Derek Jeter.
He was he's considered an older.
I mean, we even got to watch Michael Jordan play a little bit, and then it was Kobe, and then there was Derek Jeter, and then there's LeBron now in basketball, and then there's Tiger Woods. And
I will say with Kobe,
Mike Trout,
R.I.P. By the way, Kobe.
Yeah,
but nobody has done what LeBron's been able to do. Kobe played 19 seasons, I think, 20 seasons. But the last 3 years, he was hurt a lot, didn't play a whole lot, wasn't nearly as good as he was. LeBron's going on year 18, and the worst thing he's had is he pulled his groin.
I mean, yeah, agreed.
I forgot to throw Tom Brady in there too, as much as I didn't want to.
Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Peyton
Manning,
Brett Favre.
Even
that hurts you. Back
in the day. Back in the day, prime Ben Roethlisberger when he was
Fox is going. That hurts you. Oh.
Prime Big Ben was nasty.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. No, but I'm not gonna put him. I won't put Ben on the level
I'm not
Tom
gonna put
Brady or Drew Brees
and that stuff,
or Drew Brees.
He's still one of those quarterbacks that's wow, we got to watch.
Yeah, he makes shit happen.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah. That one hurts more than Brett Favre played for us at least. So it was better.
That's true, but he was also at that point he was already a regular model.
Actually dismember him.
Fuck the Saints for that. They cheated.
Dude, the Saints got jibbed again this year.
Good.
I'm not even going to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it either. Hey, if it's not the Steelers and the Saints, and I know you are a Saints fan, they're good, but bro, it is a damn shame. That's all I gotta say. A damn shame.
But on top of that, we do get to watch Patrick Mahomes play, and he's the next up and coming absolute stud.
Freak, bro. He's the same age as us. Well,
yeah, I know.
Tanner and I, and then a year younger than you.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? What happened to us? What happened to us?
I don't know.
Question I ask myself every day.
I just blame my parents and the genetics.
Yeah, it's their fault.
Bryce Harper's only 1 year older than us, and he's an god.
Yeah, exactly.
Not this year, but he's Ronald Acuna's 21 years old.
Yeah.
If my hair's spiked, I'm lucky to be 5'8".
Lucky.
Yeah, I'm lucky to be 5'8".
Yeah.
God. I would kill to be 6'1".
This is why we're gonna be great video games and content creators. Video game content. Because your age, and your physical attributes, unless your physical attributes means you don't have arms or hands or anything. No offense to people, but you need those to play video games. Or feet. There are people out there that have been playing with their feet though. No joke. It is
probably nasty.
Yeah, no, bro. They clap my cheeks any day.
I guarantee it.
It's nutty. It's absolutely nutty, bro. You gotta watch it. It's really entertaining. But
I don't think I want to.
I have to go watch that tonight.
I'm gonna go look up. I can tell you that much.
I
It's
might have to look it
entertaining.
up.
I'm telling you, they clap your cheeks, Chuck.
No, they could, but I don't want to watch it.
They're just,
That's all we have.
they're just clapping
I
your
don't wanna
cheeks,
watch
Chuck. They're just clapping your cheeks, Chuck.
What's
Could you-
more
could you
interesting to me?
Could you imagine getting killed by somebody in Fortnite or something that says like Twitch so and so, and you get on their stream and they're playing with their feet? How mad would you be?
I think that's why I quit playing Fortnite. That's my
I'd go
unofficial.
sell my
I've never
Xbox
told anyone. I think
GameStop
that's
for
what happened.
$2.
I sell my Xbox at GameStop for $2.
I mean, that's all they probably take for it.
That's funny.
Pro controller, all the paddles, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never touch a thing again.
Oh shit.
So, with that being said, I think we're getting to the end of the podcast. We are going to wrap this up. Chuck, can you take us out, please? Can you give us our plugs, where we can find you, what you're all about? Let's hear it.
So you can find me at all socials at HunchochukK. That's at HunchochukK.
All
You can catch me
socials.
anywhere. All socials, and just catch good vibes. Come join me. Come follow me, and you'll catch them. What about you, Gare Bear?
Yeah, I'm at Garrett_England, actually, on every single platform. Like Tanner said, you want to come catch good vibes, come hang with the guys, just BS like we'd always do. That's where we'll be.
If you want to find someone that doesn't have good vibes and screams at their PC or computer, just come follow me on Twitch, I guess. I scream often at my Xbox.
If you want to hear a cat in the heat,
Yeah, if you want to hear my cat when I have
once.
sex with a wall, come, here she is. Can you hear her? I don't know if you can hear her. I don't know if that'll come up in the audio, but there she is. Nala, everybody.
I hear. She's
once a month.
Once a month. Alright, well, is there anything else that you guys would like to say? I want to say thank you, Garrett. I think you're going to be joining us for all the podcasts now, correct?
Yeah,
at least as many as you can make it to.
As many as I can make it. Yeah, my work schedule's still kind of screwed up, but I have off every other weekend, so, and I get off once every week, so I should be here for most of them. But if I'm not, you guys can catch me in the Discord. I'll be here.
Wonderful. T-Wolf is going to be excited to hear your soothing voice every time now. So, guys, with that being said, we're going to sign off. My name is PRPLxFox. You can find me at PRPLxFox on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube. You find it all, and we're signing out.
Deuces.